Hi guys, welcome back to Yes You Pod.
The podcast where we put you back in community. My name's Emily.
And my name is Evie. I always say we're so excited. So today I'm gonna say a different word.
We're
We
not excited.
we are not excited to be here. You know the video of the kid that's like, I'm so happy. I won. What does he say?
What is it? I actually, what is it? I probably, what did he say? He was like, apparently I've never been on a roller coaster before, and apparently it's my first time on television.
On live television before.
I've never been on television before, apparently.
Oh, I love that.
That's us.
We've never been on live television before, but we're here. We're excited.
Hi guys. Apparently we're on our 26th episode.
Apparently, this is the 26th episode. Already!
Which is crazy. Evie, aww.
Oh, baby.
Before I cry, ew.
I was talking about this earlier. I was like, oh, we get to do this. Like, what the heck? We have a podcast. Like, what? Like, they really letting anybody have podcasts out here. Just kidding.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, of course it's a struggle. And we never want to sugarcoat it. Like, guys, having a podcast is a struggle because especially if you're, like, we're both creative people that do, like, thousands of things every day on top, of the podcast. And so it's, like, it's not easy, but it's also something that you just have to keep going. Like, you just have to keep going. And no, not everything's going to come out the way you envision it. And, like, that's the plan of God. Like, you're never going to appreciate something and not to downgrade it. Because what we're doing here is so important. But, like, God's trying to teach you something in every single step. And I think, like, yes, we're so excited to be here. But, like, understand, like, we're so excited to be here just because it's something that literally came out of a promise from God. And we didn't know what it looked like until now, where it's like, wow, like we're seeing it. And we don't see the final product like as it's going. Like we're just building something. We're building every single brick, like with every single episode, we're building a step upwards. Like that's such a huge thing. Like it's not just, episode 26, it's like step 26, brick 26 of like another, building up this city, this promise, I guess. Anyways.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Hi, Evie. How are you?
Hi. I love how always the first question is, how's Evie? Evie?
How is Evie?
I'm tired. Guys, I'm tired. But I'm so excited because I'm going out of state. Woo! Another trip.
Yay.
So I'm excited to get out of here, and I think I've just been
another place,
another bus tour.
Another bus.
Just excited to be with my family for this upcoming holiday season, and so I've just really been preparing for that, working a lot so I can spend a lot over there.
Real.
Putting in the overtime, but other than that, I can't complain. I see myself trying in other areas too, and just trying to be okay with being okay. And Emily, how are you? How was your week? How was your day? Guys, it is currently 11:37 p.m. We out here dedicated, just so you know.
Dedicated. Because, guys, same thing. La Christmas is vienen. We need to do some late night work.
The summer is finishes.
The summer is finishes. It is time to spend money. And I literally, this year, I'm really trying to give big because I did not last year, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I'm trying to give big because I just love Christmas. I love Christmas so much, guys. And so, yeah. We're going to see. But yeah, I've been working late. Just doing school all day, then basketball practice. Literally, another bus, tour, plane. That's what I feel.
Another game.
Everything except the plane. Everything except the tour. Ugh, but eventually we're gonna get there. So yeah. Also, funny thing, I finally revealed to my parents that I'm Irish this weekend, and it was really hard. But they're very accepting and understood. Guys,
you crack me up. I never know what you're gonna say.
Guys, oh, you guys didn't know. Hi, guys. By the way, I'm Irish. You guys know. I've said that before. I've said that before on this
Mm.
podcast.
If you are a
Guys,
faithful
you guys didn't
listener,
know I'm
please comment
Irish?
below if you've ever heard Melanie. Whoa, who's that?
Whoa.
Emily ever
Melly.
say that?
I have. I said that. Okay, this is not racist. And okay.
Oh
I,
no.
no. Not the, oh no, have some faith in me. No, but like for real, like I'm Irish. Like I literally am meant to be Irish. I'm meant to live in Ireland, bro. Like
Doesn't mean you're
something in
Irish.
me. I'm literally Irish, guys. I know so much about Irish history.
Do you remember the
Guys,
movie
I
Luck of
used
the
to do a
Irish on
great,
Disney Channel? Sorry, it's cutting
huh?
out. Have you ever seen the movie on Disney Channel? Like, probably you were little,
Luck?
smaller than me.
Isn't it
Luck of
luck?
the
The
Irish,
luck of
where
the
he turned into a
Irish?
leprechaun. Guys, if you know Disney
I
Channel,
think I remember that. I remember something like that happening or being a
it
thing.
came out in.
It's
Let me
actually me.
fact check this.
It's starring me. It's
2001. I was not even. I was not even. I was. They were rerunning this movie when I was 6. Like,
no. Why are you lying?
no, I'm saying they were rerunning this movie when I was literally 6 years old. Like, it came out in 2001. I was literally 1 years old. They're
Yeah, that's
playing
what I
this
was
movie all the
saying.
time on Disney Channel. They were
Oh, okay.
rerunning it. It says on the flyer, "Kid today, leprechaun tomorrow." Why is it Emily with
Me.
the
That's
basketball?
me. That's me, guys. I was telling Evie that. Wait, I get it now. Like, cause I'm like ugly in like a cute way, but
Oh
like
my
it's
goodness, you're
cause
so
that.
gross.
Guys, I'm hot today and leprechaun tomorrow. That's me. That's not what we came here for. But I thought that was really fitting of today's episode because we're gonna talk about the holidays and Thanksgiving and just
Not St.
grateful.
Patrick's
I love
Day.
this segue. You know, sponsored by the Irish. As today's episode is sponsored by the nation of the Republic of Ireland. Um, yeah, because I'm a citizen. I'm applying for citizenship. Please
I
sponsor me
can't.
so I can get my Irish citizenship.
Guys, what are we on?
Guys, please sponsor me. Guys, please sponsor me. It's too late for this to have this conversation. Guys, please sponsor me. I need my citizenship. I need to take my citizenship test. Anyways,
Oh my goodness.
as we enter this season of the holidays and just yeah, and being people that love family and love, holidays. Yeah, we're entering this new season. I love the holidays.
Me
My
too.
mom just put up the tree and I'm very excited because I just took a bunch
Ooh,
of pictures of it. I did a whole cute Instagram story thing. Everyone liked it. I was like,
I loved it. And your mom did it too. I was like, period. They're both on the same grind right now. They're promoting.
that's really us.
They're showing off their tree. My tree is still in the
Literally.
attic. It has not came out yet. She making a guest appearance
Damn.
December 1st.
Real. Because I'm
Because
always
we
like,
leave it this year.
do you guys usually put it up like after Thanksgiving or?
It depends. I feel like last Thanksgiving we had it up already, but usually it's like right when November hits. This year, I feel like we're just ready to leave the state. We're like, oh, we don't got time for
Yeah,
that. Let's just set it up when we get
real.
back. But I'm excited. I'm so happy that you have your tree up because I'm sure it feels like Christmas over there.
It does. I literally, because I got home from work when it was up. Because my mom's too much. She does too much. My mom literally did that whole thing.
By herself,
And we usually, yeah.
she was ready. She was
Well,
even
I
ready
have
for you.
with some of the things. Like, I put up, like, the other ornaments, like, around the house. But, like, the actual tree, yeah. She's crazy.
She was ready. She's like, I
Well, I think
can't wait.
my dad helped her. My dad helped her. I just wasn't home. But by the time I got home, it was up.
Mm,
Because she's insane. My mom loves
shout out.
Christmas. Shout out my mom. Shout out my mom, dog. Because last year we didn't celebrate much of Christmas because we went to Puerto Rico, and so we didn't
Yep,
put up like decorations or anything because we were gonna leave. And so this year she went all out. I'm so excited for Christmas, guys.
I love it.
Anyways, I'm just really grateful, guys. The holidays are coming. What are you doing? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? I know you're all going out of state, but
Yes, we're going to my aunt's. Well, we're actually going to my cousin's house, my aunt's son. Um, and we haven't. I haven't. Shout out to Connecticut. I haven't been there in since 2016 for Thanksgiving, actually. But most of my family is from there. We're going to have family time. We're going to go to New York. I was like, what?
Aww.
So yeah, it'll be cool. I haven't. My dad used to live there a long time ago, and my mom too. But they met here in Florida. Side note, which is crazy. But I haven't been in Connecticut with my dad. Like I think only one time when I was very small. So it's gonna be cool to go
Mhm.
to New York with him. Like he's never hasn't been to New York in like years, like 20 years, something like that. So it's gonna be cool to
Yeah.
have that little experience, and just see how the other side of the family does Thanksgiving at home. Usually,
Love.
we have like our little Thanksgiving with just us, and then the whole family would come after, like all my
Yeah.
nieces and stuff. We do karaoke. It's always a party. And then
Aww.
my sister always has her own Thanksgiving on a Saturday since people work on Thursdays, and we have two Thanksgivings in one week. So this year I'll be missing out
Love.
on one Thanksgiving, but I'll have the ultimate Thanksgiving up in Connecticut. And you, I know you are off of
Yay.
school, so that
I'm
must
so
be.
excited. It's a whole week. But yeah, I don't even know. I think we're hosting Thanksgiving this year. But I don't know. It's in a week. Why do I not know? But I think we're just chilling, and then we're probably gonna go to some family. Maybe, possibly, maybe, possibly.
In the past, did
If
you guys
not,
usually host?
no, we actually don't. I mean, okay, the past last year we didn't. The year before, I think we did, or we went. No, we went to my cousin's house from on my dad's side, and then no, last year we went to like our cousins, but we had to like rent like a whole like community center because there's a lot of us. And like
Wow.
there's a lot of us.
Bougie. Just kidding.
It no,
Sounds like about that
I'm
bougie
like,
girl.
I was like, we're gonna get a lucky,
She's like, no, girl,
but
at the
we
community
made it work.
center, it
We're
was at
kind
the
of ghetto though.
YMCA. Just kidding.
Not at the YMCA,
Shout out to the
but I
YMCA.
don't think we rented it. But it's one of us that works there. Girl, one of us did it.
No, that's lit, girl.
I
What you
just
talking
show
about?
up and eat. My aunt makes bomb food. Yeah, and last we had to wear all white. It was so cute.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So you
It was so
guys get
cute.
dressed up to sit in the sala, or like
No, literally last year. That was it. The years
you
before,
guys got
we just go
dressed up?
over to each houses. Last year we stepped up our game.
I love that. So I feel like the
Last year
standard
was
is like
lit.
up.
No, yeah, last year we're up. I know what's happening. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know what the plan is, but it's also just because like I'm out of it. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's like I just left here.
Yeah, I'm just here. I just work here, guys. And so yeah,
No.
I'm just ready. And honestly, I love that because I guess I mean Thanksgiving. You know, obviously we talk about like, oh, what are we grateful for and like that. But like, what are you grateful for? Like, it'd be like for real though. Like me, everything. What about you?
Elaborate. What is everything? Like, what is everything to
Oh,
you? Like,
okay. So like,
everything
okay,
who or what?
girl, you got 3 hours. I'm literally so grateful,
We got 30
guys.
minutes.
I need to be more grateful, and like, in my heart, I am grateful, but I need to express it more because honestly, like, I'm grateful for my trials. I'm grateful for my triumphs. I'm grateful for my family, for God, for like my school, for my friends, for my work that I prayed for. And even though I cry
Yeah,
every night, I pray for it and I love it.
right.
Um, I'm grateful for just being with family. And honestly, like 2 days ago, was it last 2 nights ago? When we set up the tree, um, we were downstairs playing like charades and like heads up with the phone. And we were
Oh.
like dying laughing. It was so nice. But I think it's that, like things that I guess things that we take for granted, like just me. Like I'm in a season of like, wow, like literally I was looking at pictures. My dad just sent me pictures, like not even 15 minutes ago, of me like being young at like and doing like a Christmas carol. And I was so
Oh,
tiny and bitty and I'm just like I remember that so vividly and like time is such a thief.
yeah.
Like time is really much a thief and it literally flies by. And I think I'm grateful that I'm realizing that now than like 15 years down the line. I'm like, wow, I missed so much. And I still feel that way. Like, wow, like I did miss out on a lot. But more I'm missing out like on being present. Like missing out on like
Mhm.
just like being in the moment, understanding that what I have is amazing. Like this is something that many people don't. Like I got to sit in my living room with my family and like play a game. And like no matter what we've been through, no matter how many fights we've had, like we all came together and
Yeah.
we just had a good time. Even though like 20
Oh.
minutes later everyone went on their phones and like went their separate ways. Like,
Uh-huh.
hey, like it was that moment, where we had
Right.
together. And I think that was very special. And I think like thinking like, oh wow, next year, like I might be in college. Jada might be in college. Like
Well, yeah.
all these things where it's like you never know where life is gonna lead you, like even in a year. Like you have no
Yes.
idea what's gonna happen. And I think every single moment that you take like right now is so important. I think the holidays are great for that because it's like though we have like a bunch of holidays all scrunched together, it gives that like family is everything. And it makes me like literally cry. Like I was no guys, like you know how many times this year I've cried sobbing just like thinking about Christmas or like a couple years down the line, like my parents being alone for Christmas. Like that actually makes me so sad. Like
You're making me cry.
wait, wait,
You're
wait,
crying.
wait,
You're
let
making
me
me
get up, let me get up, let me
cry.
get up. No, because it's like I just
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm just like I'm so
Wow.
guys, mid, mid. It's not even that serious. No, but
It's
it's like
okay.
I'm just like, guys, what is this? What is this? It's just the holidays. The holidays make me really emotional. Oh my god, I'm like trying to say a certain sentence, and I know I'm gonna like stop crying. So
It's
after I say, it, I'm gonna
okay.
need you to interject and start talking.
Just mute. Just
Like
mute
I
yourself if
just
you
like
stop.
I'm just so grateful for my parents because like there's so many years where they sacrificed so much. Oh,
Yeah.
and it just makes me like sad to think like, hey, like I do wanna, go to college and, move out and explore the world, but I wanna give them even a percent back of what they've given me. And I want my kids to like spend and want to spend Christmas at their grandparents and
Yeah.
time is such a thief. And I think, she's so dramatic, ew.
No, it's
It's like
beautiful.
it's so important to be grateful for what you have now. And I would much rather, force myself to be grateful even in the moments that doesn't make sense than
Yeah.
years down the line regret not feeling grateful.
Right.
Like or regret not saying I love you or that I'm thankful for you. Um no, like that's the one thing that actually makes me stop crying at the moment. Like see, like I let literally that. I wasn't even emotional today. And look, that's the one thing that literally makes me serious. Because it's just like no, guys, like, well, people being alone on Christmas, actually, no, like, Thanksgiving, people not having family, no, please, 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 no, like, oh
Uh,
my god, I pray for people because it's like it's so sad, but I'm grateful that I have things that many people don't, which is like a
yeah.
family to
Exactly.
be with during the Thanksgiving. Like, oh my god, Thanksgiving is like though it's like oh like Thanksgiving is not that important of a holiday, like it's so important because it's just like and not to be patriotic, I'm the least patriotic girl, though I claim to be an American, white, blue-eyed, blonde hair Southern woman, as I am. I could be more patriotic, but like our country, like though we're really messed up and like we did a lot of really bad things,
Yeah.
like guys, like it was a time where like our nation was, it was born and we just wanted to celebrate community. And that's what we're about. Like it's about
Yeah.
celebrating found family, friends, people who you never thought you'd be in relationships with, people that you never thought you'd reconnect with, family that has been, out of the family for a while and reconnecting now. Like that's what it's all about. And that's why I just love Thanksgiving. Anyways, what about you?
Uh, I literally started tearing up when you were talking because I think that um, even though it is like certain days out of the year that we have all these holidays, like what, like 3 days, like New Year's, Christmas, and Thanksgiving, um, besides Easter, that we're just really with our families. It's we don't. I mean, I'm grownish, but I'm still at home. But even to think like, oh, like our friend, shout out to Sam. We were talking about my birthday
I was just
coming up, and she was like, "Oh, um, why don't you just have it at your house? Like, you never know how many. That's probably gonna be your last birthday at your house." I'm like, "Girl, like that made me was like,
Chris!
I was like, you right. Like, I don't want to have another birthday at my house. It might be at, like the last year that I live here, and that made me like sad because I was like, I don't want to leave, but I do, but I don't want to grow up. But it's just like I'm thankful that even this year, like what I was gonna say, I was grateful for and why it related me. I don't know where I'm crying. We're so emotional today.
Oh,
I can't even
it's
look at
okay.
you. But it was just like going to the mission trip, going to DR, going to this orphanage where these kids don't have families and that is their family. And it's just like it made me so much more grateful that I can go to a place and call it home and like go to my
Yeah.
mom and go to my dad and be like, I love you guys. Like I know that you're the ones that gave birth to me. Like I know that you're the ones that raised me and that you put
Mhm.
people in my life for a reason, that you had me grow up with like, oh, I'm crying. Well, like my nieces and
Okay.
like you like incorporated those relationships when I was born. Like you guys made this family. Like, and so I'm super grateful for family. I think that this year my friends have really shown out because it's been hard. It's been super hard. Just like going through transitions and going through like mental stuff and like spiritual attacks and all this stuff that like sometimes on the podcast we don't talk about because it's kind of too deep.
Yeah. No.
um but I'm grateful for you, for the Yes You Pod, for like all the friendships and everything, because it really has like without
Yeah.
it, like I don't know, like what, like I don't know if I would be as okay as I am today. And I'm just grateful for a friend that continues to push me and be like, no, girl, like, you got this. Like, do you know who you are? Like, you are a
Oh,
baddie. You are a
yes.
10. Like, you could do whatever
Yeah.
you want. Like, you don't have to take disrespect. Like, you could stand up for yourself. Like, people that literally spark and just remind you, like, you're okay. Like, you're going to be okay. Like, I'm just grateful for that
Right.
too. So, I know. So, like, we're so emotional and crying, and it just,
I
I'm
love
so
us. It's
grateful.
okay. No. And it
Oh,
makes sense. Like, I think that, like, it's, my biggest fear is regret.
yeah.
Like, I am so scared of, like, looking to my future and regretting. Like, it just sucks like, I hear so many stories, like, from my parents, and it's like, do this, or like, don't do this, or like, you're gonna regret this, and like, things that they've been telling me since like I was young. And like, maybe at 7 years old, I shouldn't be like saying, like, don't do
Right.
this, or you regret it. Like, I always said I'm not gonna understand, but like, now I do. And like, it's so important to value those relationships. And like, again, you don't have to understand it now, but like you said, like, going on a mission trip, like, I want to do it so bad, but I know I'm gonna be such a wreck emotionally because of
Oh,
that.
God. The
Because I
spiritual
like
battle when
I
you face when you come back is not.
bro,
It's
and
literally
that's the
everything
thing
that they
with, like,
warned us about. And I was like,
yeah,
not me though. And I was like, oh, I
yeah,
can't
not
even.
me though. Yeah, I'm not the exception, and that's
The
why, like,
day that I
I
got home,
literally,
bro.
yeah, I know he talked about it, and it's like that. Like, I don't go out. Like, I don't leave my house. Like, imagine going to a field like where kids like don't even know what mom and dad is. Like, they don't have that
Yeah.
support. And it's just like, I'm grateful that, and again, like, when you think of life as like, this is the only one you have, like, this is it. And it's also like, some people didn't get a good start. And I had
Yeah.
an amazing start. No matter how much trauma or things that I went through, like, I had an amazing start. I had loving parents who taught me about Christ. I now have friends that taught like teach me how to be a good person and teach me what love is.
Right.
Like, what else could I ask for? And it's also this
Yeah.
like, this is everyone's first go at life.
Yeah.
Like every single person on earth, this is their first time here. Like everyone's figuring it out. But, I think I'm just, learning now in this season. Like, I went to a conference, culture conference, Gems culture conference. It was
Shut
so
up. Shut up.
amazing. But like Pastor Manny Arango, shout out to Pastor Manny Arango. Like he went off. He hit me so hard. He was like, just talking about like trauma and how like you need, if you were healed, you'd have to be responsible, and that's why we don't want healing. Like we pray for healing, but sometimes we don't want healing and stuff like that. He was eating me
Yeah.
up. He was eating me up. But what I'm learning now is that like I do have to forgive and be grateful, because no matter what you go through, like your decisions and your actions are yours.
Yeah.
Like everything you do now, you can't just blame like, oh, they did this to me, so I'm never gonna talk to them for the rest of my life. Like,
Right.
no, at the end of your life, you're gonna regret, because guess what? Like your actions are your own. Like this is your chance to be grateful. This is your chance to forgive and heal your own heart. Like, and that's why it's so important. But also, like, I know that we find it hard to, be grateful sometimes. And I think it's just because, like, people, family, like, obviously the things that they've done to us. But I also think it's that reminder of that, we are people and everyone else is a person, and
Yeah.
we all deserve the same amount of respect and grace that we want and what we wish for. But yeah, geez.
Definitely. And one of the reasons I think for me personally why it's hard sometimes to be grateful is because we look at our. I know for me, like I'll look at my current situation and be like, oh, like there's people my age that they have it all. Well, it seems as though they have it all together.
Yeah.
Um, why don't I have it as together as them? It's the comparison topic we've covered before, but
Yeah.
it's like no, but be grateful that you still have a roof over your head. Like be grateful that you still have people. I was telling my mom about this conversation today. We were talking about a girl that I know. She is 23. I'm turning 23 this year. She's 23 already, and she moved here from Venezuela about a year ago. And she is one of my friend's sisters. Shout out to Kimberly and Lupe.
Same.
And
Oh.
she was saying, I had asked her, I knew she was the same age as me, but she looks older. And I was like, Lupe, how old are you? She's like, I'm 23. And I was like, oh, I'm 23 too. And I was like, but you have a husband, you have a place to live, you have a kid. And she was like, okay, but you've traveled the world, you went to school, like, like, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so it made me be like grateful too for my experiences and not to belittle my experiences. And I think it's hard to be grateful when you're looking at someone else's, uh, just their fruit right now. Like, and just because their their life looks a certain way, just not to focus on what we don't have, but like we were talking about earlier, like just focusing on what is now, like what can we do now, like
Yeah.
what's the present. And that shook me. That
That's so
conversation shook me. um and
I
yeah.
love that. And that's so like good, because that like comparison is such a good topic. We need to redo it. Like we can
Yeah.
keep making episodes about it,
Part two.
because it's that like everyone will look at each other's lives and be like, I want that life. Like no matter how privileged or how great you think somebody else's life, they're gonna wish they had your life. And
Yeah.
you're gonna wish you had another person's life, and that person's gonna want to wish like they had that person's life, and that person's, it's gonna rotate, because I think gratefulness is hard to achieve, because there's like this standard of like, I'm not grateful until this happens, or I'm not grateful until this. And I think that's like that verse where it says, in everything with thanksgiving, um,
Yes.
literally everything, literally everything. And it's so hard because we do want. It's like kind of we think of gratefulness as a bargain instead of just
Right.
a mindset, a lifestyle, something that needs to happen constantly. Um, and yeah, I think it's so crazy that like that's exactly what it feels like. Like someone saying like we want that life. There's also like someone saying like wow, but you've done this and you've done that. Like yeah, like you'll look at another family like or like another friend group or another job or another something. And it's like, oh
Right.
wow, like I wish I had your life, and they're gonna be like, wow, but you did this, and like I wish I did this. So it's honestly grateful that you're living the life that you're supposed to,
Yeah.
and your life is not over. Like I'm expecting that in my 80s, if I make it there, I will have, a calling from God to do something else. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm meant to just live one simple, direct,
Right.
straight line to something. Like, I want to live a long life with lots of possibilities. And I'm
Yeah.
just grateful for every step. I'm
Yeah.
grateful that my life doesn't end there. And that's
Yeah.
just how it is. But yeah,
Exactly.
anyways. Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
I love that. But I'm glad we had this episode. I'm glad that we were able to share this because I think it's so important, especially just like the holidays coming up, just to have a chance to talk and share and remind ourselves. This is such a reminder, like in everything, just be grateful and just know that literally no matter what, God loves you and God's gonna plan every step. Like you're not alone. But yeah, oh my gosh,
Yes.
we're both crybabies. It's all right.
I know. I was just thinking about how much I just shed so many tears and how my eyeliner is like all smudged on my face. But
Slay,
it
cute.
was a good reminder to just like again be grateful, be thankful in this season, not just on Thanksgiving, but every day. Someone literally screamed in my ear this morning as I listened to a meeting from work because I was sleeping. No, I wasn't. Yes, I was. And it was
Slay.
this lady, and she was like, "When you wake up, think of three things that you're grateful for." And taka taka taka. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's yelling at me!" But she was right. And I was like, if I was gonna wake up about one thing, it was gonna be that. Not
Yeah.
knowing what we were gonna record today, kind of having an idea, but like that stuck with me. Like just remember there's always something to be grateful for when you wake up. Just give God thanks. Every time we pray for an episode, before an episode, we just thank God because
Yeah.
you here. You're
Yeah.
representing like you're present.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm super grateful. Just remember to be grateful, to be thankful,
Yeah.
and to share that love with everybody else as well. And yeah, I'm happy that we recorded this today too. And Emily hit him with the where they could find the Yes You
The
Pod.
socials. So we got Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Apple
it.
Podcasts. Yeah. And anywhere else, Google us. Maybe.
Yeah,
We're
you can
there.
Google Yes You Pod.
We're on there. But yeah. Look at all of them at the same time. Open all 7 apps. I didn't count. Open all the apps. Search us at the same time and then follow us at the same time. And then give us a 5-star review. Rate us, share, comment, share what you feel about this video. Give us ideas, what you want to hear. And yeah.
And take a picture of when you listen to this episode. Maybe it's a
Yeah.
selfie of you being like, I'm listening, or a picture of the screen or of your car. I love when the cars have the screen and it says Yes You
I
Pod.
know, that's so cute. I love it.
That I feel famous. I'm like, oh my God, it's Yes You
Ah, not
Pod. I know them.
Have us on your car radio and we'll repost it. But yeah.
Girl.
Oh my God. We love
But we
y'all.
love you guys.
Love you guys.
Can we
See you next week.
episode?
All right.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.